Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, it's the Comix Zone game. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it. Hey everybody, today is August 7th, and we're doing the Comix Zone video game.
That's right, and it originally came out in 1995, and the publisher was Sega. Sega!
That's right.
And this was an odd title. An odd title, by that I mean, it came out in such a weird time period that it didn't really get a lot of press, it didn't get a lot of following until a couple of years later after it's been ported over several times, and then it gained a huge following. And the reason it gained a huge following is mostly because of the gimmick that it is involved in. Was that a sentence?
It's good enough.
So the premise is simple. You have a comic book artist named Sketch Turner, who's also, I don't know why this information is prevalent, but he's also part rock musician. You know, he does some stuff on the side. That doesn't really matter.
It was 95. We all wanted to be rockers.
Yeah, grunge and yeah. Okay. So anyways, so he's a comic book artist. He's doing Comix Zone, which is the name of his comic. And I don't know why it's called Comix Zone, but I guess it relates directly to the video game, whatever. And then a bolt of lightning hits his comic book and releases the main villain that he drew, which was named Mortis. Mortis? What's his name? Yeah, Mortis. So Mortis escapes. And then Mortis brings the dazed Sketch Turner into the comic, and he stays out. So Mortis is in the real world, but he's not real yet. So he needs to kill off his creator in order to become real. If that makes sense. It's actually a compelling idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's fun. And I guess I was thinking that maybe it's called Comix Zone because obviously the aesthetic is comic, and then it really works with zones, panels kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that's why the video game was named Comix Zone. But in the video game, Sketch Turner names his comic Comix Zone, which has absolutely no reason because the comic is about aliens crash landing to Earth, so it has no
just cohesion, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of silly, but whatever. So he's in this comic, and the interesting thing is, it is a comic book, page. So he's got to either crash through panels or leap over panels, or a special move kind of is he can rip the paper behind him or the background and turn it into an airplane and throw it at enemies. But that kind of hurts him because he's destroying the world that he's in. So it kind of hurts him a little bit. So that was an interesting dynamic. But outside of that, it's pretty much your typical beat 'em up action platform.
You also get the Monty Python, hand drawing new things.
Oh yeah, that's another
which is really cool. I mean, now we've seen it a couple different times, but then it was ooh.
One of the things that Mortis does is he'll draw in enemies that Sketch has to fight. But see, that's kind of silly too, because why doesn't he just create a box that he can't get out of? All freaking whatever.
Yeah, or a nuclear weapon.
Yeah. So Sketch Turner is kind of going through, and he's hopping through panels or over panels and down things, and he's speaking in speech bubbles. And
I'm sorry, I just can't get over it now. That seems like it'd be a really good idea, to have characters be the next panel you draw a speech bubble that he walks into accidentally, and it's oh, I'm having a heart attack or something. I don't know. Could have a lot of fun with it.
Right. Well, I think that's kind of Deadpool-ish, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, anyways, so in addition to Sketch Turner, you also have his rat Roadkill, who got infused in here, and the rat Roadkill's tail was hit by the bolt of lightning, and now he has electric abilities or something. I have no idea.
Pikachu.
Yeah, he's Pikachu, exactly. So he's running through, and so Sketch Turner's running through, and he sees his I don't know, rodent friend, and they kind of solve puzzles and find items and all sorts of odd stuff. And it is a very fun, very solid beat 'em up game that we played, and it's on many platforms. You can get it on PlayStation Network, so it is a great game.
But originated on Genesis, right? Just the original Genesis,
right?
I remember, didn't it make it to Nintendo? Because I feel like I played it on Nintendo.
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't, yeah, I think Nintendo, maybe Super Nintendo. Yeah, probably Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
But also one of the cool things about it is there's two soundtracks, one of which, oh yeah, and I'm going to get into that in a second. Okay, so the two soundtracks, and if you got the game for, what is it, Sega CD or whatever it was, it came with a track of, a lot of cool 90s metal. So like Danzig was on there.
Huh? Danzig, really?
Yeah, just some really great stuff. And that was fun. But if you didn't, if you go to the Sega Tunes store, and I don't know where exactly this is, but they'll have different versions of the songs that play throughout. Oh, and by the way, it's a very short game, so there's not a lot of songs. I think there's like 6 songs. So each level has a further updated song track, I guess.
It's really sad when Sega stopped making systems.
Yeah.
It's really sad. Because they came out with a lot of games that just didn't fit the regular mold. I don't know. They really broke ground, and then Dreamcast was kind of a flop, and
right.
I think it was just too expensive.
I don't know. I like Dreamcast.
Yeah. I mean, I still have one, but they didn't get enough games for it right away, and so people who bought it were kind of miffed and just kind of,
Right.
I still remember the news as if it were yesterday.
So, real quickly, one of the things that I wanted to talk about also was the composer for the video game. His name is Howard Drawson, and I looked this up because you like the video game music and the composers. And what's interesting is he's the same guy who did he helped with some of the music for Blade Trinity.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that's a weird connection.
He's done a lot of stuff since, video games, commercials, movies, so he's kind of been everywhere. And he's actually working right now with RZA from RZA. Okay. Everyone knows RZA. Come on, Ghostface Killer. Yeah. And actually, RZA has a new movie coming out called The Way of the Fist, but that's not relevant here. Just thought I'd throw that out.
Insert random fact here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so the game is a lot of fun. It does take you back to that 1990s feel. It's very nostalgic, and it has a great feel to it. So I highly recommend it. I got mine on PlayStation Network because I get stuff free. I mean, PlayStation Plus because I get stuff free.
It's been a long time for me. Is there 2-player? I don't think there is.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, that's too bad. Maybe we'll do like a challenge or something.
For Sega, there was a huge problem because they didn't have a one of those code systems to save codes.
Oh.
Yeah. So you had to start from the beginning and play to the end.
Yeah.
Which sucked. But the further iterations did. They had like save files for like I don't know. PlayStation.
Classic frustration. Games you have to like play in one sitting, basically.
Right. But or pause it and walk away and hope that there's no power outage.
We left our things on all the time.
Yeah, that's what we did.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for Comix Zone.
Comix Zone.
Subscribe on YouTube. Watch all our Duel review playlists. I highly recommend Game Labs and Foe Over. They're a lot of fun.
Thank you. And please leave comments. We love comments. And support our new Seattle location by buying our wares at spiderwolf.com. So, yeah, we're really excited about this new location. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Hopefully a lot of great stuff is going to come out of that. And, we're involving other people, and we're just going to have a lot of fun. And,
right.
And we'll let you know as we have updates.
Fly helicopters all over the place in our new office.
Yeah, that'll definitely be like day one.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh,
yeah, right. Almost that? Right in the center.
Did you see mine? Went I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
Mine was so fast and strong. I had just, like
air like an aura of air pushed it away. Just
oh no, you didn't. That's what my darts are getting.
What?
No, you didn't. Get away. No, you didn't. Coming up, we talk about the fall of Cybertron toys. Okay, so what's up?
It is the 7th. We are doing Comix Zone.
You're gonna have to take this one. I haven't played it forever.
Neither have I.
Really? You haven't?
Well, no, I have actually. I've played it. I have it on my PlayStation Network.
So I was gonna say, why are we doing it?
Because it was a fun game.
There's no reason to get so angry. I'm sorry.
And then there was that.